Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode here of WCW Monday Nitro, heading into the wars between Nitro and Thunder, Nitro and Raw, Thunder and SmackDown. Starting off here, Chris, what do you got here for us?
Okay, obviously the end of last week's Nitro showed that Eric Bischoff is the man behind the NWO Exotic. So, per usual, we got the NWO Exotic makes their way to the ring. You got Bischoff, Scott Norton, you got Sean Waltman, you got Alex Hammerstone, you got Rockstar Spud, and Miss NWO. Eric's talking about how things are going to start changing around here and people are going to start respecting the NWO. He says there's one guy who's had his back so far as when he was running WCW, and that is Jeff Cobb, who he invites out to the ring. Jeff Cobb comes out to the ring, and he's like, Jeff, I want you to be with us. I want you a part of the NWO Exotic. Jeff looks at him, then he looks at all of them, and he says, Eric, I can't do this. This is absolutely ludicrous. The NWO is an outdated system. It is not something that needs to be around in today's professional wrestling. I won't do it. Bischoff says, I was afraid you were going to say that. So there's always a plan B. B as in boy, as in Davy Boy. With that, Davy Boy Smith jumps out of the crowd over the barricade and lays a beating on Jeff Cobb as the whole NWO joins in and they all start stomping out at him. And as he's laying there motionless on the ground, Bischoff gets on the mic and says, So, Jeff, if you can find yourself a partner tonight, you will take on Davy Boy Smith and Scott Norton in the main event. End scene.
End scene. Good stuff kicking off here on Nitro.
In the first bout tonight, and a bout that had good heat, decent wrestling, Jacob Fatu defeats Orlando Colon and Ellis Taylor when Jacob Fatu pinned Orlando Colon after a Samoan drop. He carried the whole match in terms of everything.
I know, got an 89 there.
89. He's really working his way up.
I know.
Post-match, it is announced that War Beast has qualified for the Fatal 4-Way Tag Title match at the pay-per-view. Obviously, last week all the titles were vacated, so we all got to find new champions. War Beast will be locked into one of the spots of the 4 teams for the pay-per-view.
Lack of anything interesting. Okay.
And here we got a video package that's going to showcase the hardcore division. I had briefly touched on the hardcore division last week. We had a match, and it shows a couple of the guys that this division's going to feature. You got Brandon Kirk, Charlie Tiger, Ruckus, New Jack, Blue Meanie, The Sandman, Masato Tanaka, and Brody King.
Next.
And in a fatal 4-way match, it had good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Brody King defeats Brandon Kirk, Masato Tanaka, and Ruckus in an axe handle on a pole match.
Oh my gosh.
When he received the axe handle, and he starts just laying a beating on everybody after that.
Starts stomping on them, just slamming it on their heads and backs.
Them as it fades the commercial.
Oh my gosh.
We get back from commercial, and we got Raven. He's sitting there with the flock. He's talking about the fact that things have been a little crazy. There's a dark cloud coming to Nitro. And the time is growing near for that dark cloud to finally burst. Mike Bennett keeps asking him, well, what about this dark cloud? Well, what is it? Can we harness it? And he tells, but Raven completely rebuffs him and says, Bennett, shut the hell up. Be silent. You cannot handle yet what is to come until I tell you can handle it. Bennett seems annoyed, but you can see he's thinking as there's an idea brewing in his head as the screen fades to black on that.
That's our boy right there. Another 90 performance.
Another 90 performance from Jordan Oliver, tearing things.
What is going on, dude?
Superb wrestling and great heat. Jordan Oliver defeats Extreme Tiger and Zachary wins. When Jordan Oliver submitted Extreme Tiger, Jordan Oliver carried the entire match. What a performance. That means that Jordan Oliver will be moving on to the pay-per-view in the triple threat ladder match for the light heavyweight championship.
Dude, this kid might become like, if he's not rookie of the year, he might be wrestler of the year at this rate.
Okay. In our Al Jones segment of the week, the scene fades into the view from a hotel elevator as the doors are opening up. It shows Al Jones with flowers there. Vincent has chocolates there. David Arquette's with them as well. They're walking down the hallway. They knock on the hotel room of the lovely Deonna Purrazzo, who answers the door in nothing but a backwards trucker hat and a flannel vest as you hear the Deaners in the background laughing. As she was in the middle of waking up from a wild night with both the Diener boys. As she seemingly cheated on Al Jones. He storms off upset, throwing down the flowers. The scene closes as another female's hand is shown picking up the flowers as her feet are shown walking off screen as we cut to commercial.
Who could it be?
And we got some tag team action here in an exceptional match. FTR defeats Rockstar Spud and Sean Waltman when Cash Wheeler pins Sean Waltman with a shatter machine. Sean Waltman was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else in the ring. Rockstar Spud and Sean Waltman have great chemistry, apparently.
They also got a 94 in ring.
Yes, very good. So, and after that, it is shown that FTR will also qualify for that fatal four-way tag title match at the pay-per-view, joining War Beast. There's 2 more teams to be determined. Here it shows Jeff Cobb. He's sitting in his locker room. He's on the phone talking to somebody. He's like, no, you need to head back to the arena. I know that you weren't booked tonight, but I need your help to take care of this NWO problem. It's getting too nuts. We need to eliminate it while we can. You saw what happened in old WCW. If we let this thing continue to grow, it's going to get way out of hand. And the person seemingly agrees as Jeff Cobb hangs up the phone, and there's a big grin on the big man's face.
Next segment? I was getting ready to jump the gun on that, but I was like, oh, wait.
In a bout that had great wrestling and decent reaction, Tino Sabatelli defeated Brian Myers by pinfall. They have pretty good chemistry.
Yeah, that's pretty good. This is probably one of Tino's best matches.
Okay, after the match, post-match, he says that Tino gets on the mic and says he's a very impatient man. He tells Douglas to get his ass out there and answer his challenge like a man. Shane Douglas comes out alone. He talks about how undeserving and ungrateful Tino has always been. He's a washed-up former football player, and now he's going to be a washed-up former wrestler. He accepts under one condition. The match will now be a strap match so he can beat respect into him like his father should have. Tino accepts as Royce Isaacs tries to get the attack from behind through the crowd. To no avail, Tino saw it coming, sends him over the top rope. That sends Douglas and Isaacs scurrying up the ramp. They're visibly upset. They could not get the one up on Tino as we head to commercial break. End scene. And in our next segment, we got Scott Norton and Davey Boy Smith come out to the ring to the tune of the NWO music. Jeff Cobb comes out and talks about how it wasn't really too hard to finding someone that wanted to shut the entire NWO up. That Eddie Edwards music hits, and the NWO Exotic is beside themselves. They are absolutely losing it. Norton and Davey Boy are slamming their hands on the turnbuckles and on the ropes. They're yelling at the referee, this can't be a thing. End scene.
End scene. Main event time.
And in our main event, we obviously have Eddie Edwards, Jeff Cobb taking on Scott Norton and Davey Boy Smith. Cobb and Edwards will pick up the win in 8:15 when Jeff Cobb pins Scott Norton via the tour of the island.
Dang.
Scott Norton was but that's okay. We got a 79 there. To close the show, you got Eddie Edwards and Jeff Cobb are celebrating as the crowd's cheering for him and whatnot. Eric Bischoff comes out to the stage and starts mocking the new alliance of Edwards and Cobb. He says that we will see exactly how strong that alliance is at Uncensored, because it will be Eddie Edwards versus Jeff Cobb versus Davey Boy Smith Jr. for the WCW Universal Heavyweight Championship. The show closes with Eric Bischoff arrogantly smirking as Cobb and Edwards are just staring at each other in the ring as the screen fades to black.
And that was our Nitro, ladies and gentlemen, finishing off here strong with a 79 plus 34 regions. And we're going to take it now into Thunder. And comparatively this time, Raw kicks off with an 81 here, getting the better here of Nitro. Hopefully I can make a rebound for us and beat Thunder this week. We'll see how we go. Alright, party people, we're here for Thunder now. Kicking off the show, we have Frontline EC3 out there explaining his actions on what he did to Joe Hennig. He put him in the retirement home. He put him down because Joe Hennig was a threat. And he wants to make it very clear that he owns Thunder. He is the WCW World Champion. No one else can step up to him. This is his brand. This is his company. And as long as he's got OVE with him, they're staying at the front line, the forefront. And no one will stop what his God-given destiny has done for him. After that, we kick it off pretty big with NetherRealm having their tag team matchup debut against the Cyberhawks Unlimited, who also debut here tonight. However, Cyberhawks Unlimited were unable to get the win off of NetherRealm as TK Orion pinned Nighthawk here. He just pinned him. He just pinned him. There's nothing else. After that, we have an angle with TK Orion and Vinny Marseglia out here claiming that they are going to be the most dominant force. You guys have heard the spiel before. They're going to take control of the tag team division, and they're going to slowly infect the world of Thunder. After that, we have Johnny Ace and Cass XL. Johnny's in his office, and Cass XL, he's walking back and forth, and he says, I need to face that man out there that says he is the face of this brand. He's the face of this company. I'm television champion. I'm the face of the network. He's like, I know. You in due time, Cass, but you gotta understand there's bigger priorities out there. And then you hear like a knock on the door, but it's very faint. It's almost like a little tap, a little toe tap against the door. Johnny says like, come in. There's like a brief pause for like a minute. He's like, hello? And then that's when Cass XL opens up the door. And he's standing face to face with Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy looks him up and down, and he smiles, and then he turns his back. Cass XL is all angered by that, and he turns him around, but then Orange Cassidy turns his back again. He's like, I've had enough of your disrespect, and Johnny's like, wait. He's like, Orange, you know what, Cass, last week you had the week off, but you're going to defend the television title against Orange Cassidy tonight in the main event. Cass, Orange, get your gear on, get ready for tonight. It's going to be one heck of a brawl. After that, we have Brian Pillman Jr. taking on the new Sammy G. But Sammy G able to get the best of Brian Pillman Jr. here with the 630. And it's just making you wonder, why is Brian Pillman off his game all of a sudden? And we cut to another scene from the correctional facility that Buff Bagwell's in, where he's got Bruno Milani there. And Bruno's like, we got a new officer in town. Warren Barksdale comes in. He's like, yeah, I'll be doing the night shift. You know, anything past 10 o'clock, I'll be taking control of. But if it's before then, Bruno's got you covered. I'm working night shift here. And I like to welcome you guys. I like to call them the Buff Bagwell Control Unit. After that, we have Eddie Kingston here taking on Jimmy Havoc, able to get the backdrop driver on him, able to get the best of him. And at ringside, Awesome Kong came down, was a distraction for Jimmy Havoc, wondering what this beast of a woman's doing. And Eddie Kingston says, you see this woman, she's mine, she's my queen, she is my Kong, she is Awesome Kong. And then they do the tongue thing, the nasty tongue thing. After that, Austin Aries here. Big light heavyweight matchup here. Austin Aries takes on Christian Casanova, Mark Andrews, and Leo Rush. Aries, though, able to get the best of Leo Rush with the last chancery, making him tap out. And that's when he gets to the mic and says that he is still the best ever, the best of all time, the best man that's ever lived. And that's when EC3 comes out. He's like, hold up. Aries, how many times do I have to teach you this lesson about calling yourself the best while I'm around? And that's when OVE comes out, but Aries already ready for him. He pulls out little brass knuckles from his trunks, whacks Jake Chris with it, and then hits Dave Chris with them too. And he gets back on the mic. He's like, what was that? He's like, I came prepared. He's like, you forget who I am. I'm just as dirty of a player as you are, Ethan. And then Jim Cornette comes out. He's like, well, gentlemen, I see there's some tension boiling up. There's some bodies on the ground. And as much as I love for you two to fight, I think we need to build up and let the fans fully appreciate a match of this caliber. So Aries, if you want Ethan and Ethan, you want Aries, have at it. But it's not going to be here. It's going to be at Uncensored. And Ethan, you're going to have to put that title on the line. And Aries, well, don't worry, consider this a freebie. You've already knocked out the two idiots, and I imagine they'll be at ringside, but this match, if you bring a weapon like that with you or anything bigger, I think you'll do just fine. Following that, Maria Manic is starting to get ready for her matchup here for the mixed tag team titles when Tennille Dashwood lays her out, throwing her against the side of the locker room, kneeing her in the stomach, slamming her all around, hitting her suplex on her, snappy DDT, the whole shebang. That only makes you wonder how much of a factor that played in here when Alberto, El Patron, and Angel Rose were able to claim the WCW mixed tag team titles here. It sucks though, because Milo Toxic can tell that Maria was all banged up for the match when she finally was able to come down to ringside, and that led to them actually getting eliminated first, sadly. After that, we have Alberto Patron. He's excited. He's celebrating. He's like, Angel. He's like, I need to make you mine. I need to make you mine. And then out comes a little, what's the word I'm looking for? They got like the little barbershop chairs. They're rolling it down. He's like, we're gonna have a celebration. A mariachi band comes down. Everybody is partying and whatnot. There's poppers, there's flyers, and Angel was wondering what the barbershop chairs for. He's like, take a seat. And then he pulls out a little tool. It's a little knife, and he starts to edge on her finger, Poppy. He's like, we are one and the same. And then Angel Rose takes to the knife that he hands her. He says, I want you to write mommy on it. So she does it and puts mommy right on his fingertips, also right down his index finger. I just thought that was crazy. I don't know. Following that, though, we have the main event match where Orange Cassidy able to get the best of Cass XL as his anger and frustration actually leads to him getting hit with a big old super kick, probably a shin kick and then a super kick, honestly, and able to win the WCW television title here. And then he just simply celebrates. He's like, meh. He's got the belt. They're putting it all around his waist. He's like, meh. He gives a little thumbs up. So that's gonna do it here for Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, peace out.